Yes, thank you, Mr. Tilal, for the view of what you have about the topic. Really, this is what we need, as I said before, because change, especially as I said here in Sudan, or on ourselves, is very important that to let us to be a people. Really, now we're having differences between us and the other people living in other countries. In the basic things that people need for life. Here we don't have that things, and we struggle, and at the same time we need to eat, go to schools, university, and we need the better life. But I liked the point that Mr. Tilal mentioned it. He said that if you want to change, really pain is the main things that let you to be jump on every circumstance and the problems that you have. So one of the things that I hold in some questions that some of them they are very simple, and the others a little bit, you can say that complicated. We start with the very simple questions that what change means to you, what change means to you in your life and different things that you have. Yeah, this is my first question to you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Actually, topic, really interesting topic. Change. Change, it means to me, there are proverbs, right? No change without gain, right? No gain without pain, right?
Yes.
Change, right, needs, right, if you would like to change, right, first, you ought to sacrifice. Yeah, change, it needs sacrifice. If you would like to change, right? For instance, if you would like to change the regimes, for instance, you ought to, right, you must do sacrifice. So by this way, right, you can change. Change is not actually is not an right these things, right? It needs much sacrifice. This is all about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for chance. I'm so glad that this forum today is so many people are around in here, and also thanks go to Mr. Clark and Ms. Magdalene for their presenting good way. As you say that the meaning of change to me, absolutely I believe in what Mr. Philosopher said. He said that his concept in change there is nothing permanent except change in this life. So, in this point, the change to me is to make something different, or to make something new, or to renew something in your life. So, if this definition is right, that means anything in our life must always it's changing. Not need you even to think if you want to change it or not, but
it's already changing.
It's permanent. Permanent. So to me, I believe it's one thing in this life which we cannot avoid. So we must, maybe sometimes we must adapt with it, sometimes, but I encourage all the day, all the time, or always I encourage people who are near to me or something like that to do what, to share in their changing. While you are in life, you are changing. So the dignity of the human is to share in this change. So you can build yourself by yourself. And don't let yourself to the people around you. Because if you don't change yourself, the people around you are going to change you. So that's why here we can find the relationship between change and the society. So this is my opinion, and thank you for the chance.
Thanks for this opportunity, and I wish who give us lesson today. I thought that change is part of our life. Without change, we can never do anything in daily life. It looks like way we change our clothes, we change our mind, we change our hearts, and we change our homes according to the reason we find it. Change is part of our life. It's making us to think deeply about what we need to do today or tomorrow. Without change, we can never live a good life or any life in this world today. Also, I heard about something there in lesson or lecture. Pain. The pain is the part of the change. There are twists. Without change, you will never do anything. Thank you.
I just want to add something, is that when Heraclitus, for me the brilliance of Heraclitus is not only in trying to think about change, one of the earliest people who thought about change, but his brilliance for me relies in actually taking the river as an example. I mean, from all the objects in the universe and in the world, he chose the river. And if we took a glimpse at the river, we found that the river is constantly running. Nothing stops it. Even if there's something, if you put something at the middle of it, it's either it takes it, and if it doesn't take it, the river takes a different way and continues its way. So for me here, we realize his brilliance is that change is going. No matter what is the try, we try to do in order to stop it. If we stop, we're not strong enough. If we stop at the river will take us will stream with the flow. So in change as well, if we try to stop change, the change will take us with the flow. Either we die, or we try to learn how to swim and adapt with the flow and the stream. So yes, he was a brilliant philosopher. Yes.
Really, I was focusing on your ideas here, and all of you having different one. It moves from pain, and then not something that permanent. They are changing, and then we have to look at the things deeply, because when we look at it and stay a long time, look at it, really we will find something. And I think this is one of the messages that's from our God, yani. Let us to know things deeply. So as I said before, in life Allah created us for two things, and this is my verb, yani, every time that I take it with me. You know, we have to build this life, and then secondly to worship Him, yani, two things. So building is one of the things that is, yani, coming with the changing. So you look at it, so you prove yourself, and then you are going forward. And the other things that, as Mr. Tulal also mentioned, that taking examples around us. He mentioned the rivers, and just move and not stop, and then so through that really we will find something, and that through the examples around us also we will have a good. We empty our minds, not focus on our problems. We don't have this and we don't have this. We follow these issues, but at the same time we are not reading the views and the things that Allah creates them for us in life. So we because He is a creator, He the person, He the one of He's the above us. He knows more than us, and that's why I think we have to accept pain, accept any change that we have in life. So as I said, questions. Question number 2 is going to be, why do you think everything's constantly shifted and becoming something else? I think all of them, they are connected together. So why do you think everything's constantly shift and becoming something else? Why? There is a message, as now we are asking questions and having different ideas. So there is a reason. So can we know that reason? Why? Everything not stable in one place. Allah wants to teach us what?
I think that I'm going to try.
Yeah, try. We want this.
Yeah,
it's a discussion.
Yeah, I'm going to try to answer this question.
Okay.
First of all, I think that it's the nature of life. It's the nature of life that everything is changing. Mm-hmm. And this is the first answer, or the first point in my answer is the nature of life. Like anything in life must change. Why? For because we as a human being, we get boring, yeah? We get boring when we go without anything new in our life. So I think that this is one of the benefit of that anything is in our life is going so. And also this makes us to feel good, even towards the life itself. So this may be the second point. And I think that here we can face also the other opinion, diversity, because in this life we need diversity. So that's why also things are going to change. So to have a diversity life, that means everything in this life must to be changed or must to be changing. Why? Well, because today we don't want to face you as I found you today. Tomorrow also I'm going to find you in the same time, in the same status or in the same shape or something like that. So I believe, so I can put my point like this. First of all, it's the mix of life. The second thing, we need diversity in life. So that's why we everything is changing. And the third thing which I miss it, you can remember it.
No,
Thanks for that.
you're welcome. As I said that we will clap for you, so now we clap for him.
Thank you for saying it.
Yes. Yes. Anyone else?
Thank you for second chance. Actually, while the right thing, everything right change is not constant.
Yeah.
So according to my own view, I think right now in this current situation, everything is changed first. Is it like in previous times, right? For instance, years ago, you see, many people, they were suffering for some issues, but right now, there is a little bit change. Is it like in previous time? So even the way we are thinking, right? And in that time, we don't know how even write. We don't know even we don't write discover many things. But right now, there is changeable. So you see, change and diversity. Diversity, you see, for instance, in national radio, for example, right? National radio, all right, whatever you go, right? You may find some very specific people, right? They are on it, whether in the media or whatever, right? Diversity, for instance, in Sudan, right? In Sudan we have different, tribes, different people, different language, right? We have in Sudan, right? Whatever you go, right? People, they're just concentrating for only one language. For instance, whatever you go, right, east, west, south, north, in Sudan we have many languages. Must be, people practice different language, like India. So diversity is good, but unfortunately in Sudan, we don't focus on these issues. We're just concentrating for only one culture. So change is good, and we need change. Change, as I said earlier, change is not, is not an easy thing. To change, you must deep, you must, you make diligences. So, and it will take place. So that's what I can say. And thank you for the chance.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Return back to the first question. Change. The change is very important in our life. So everything here in life change itself. And this scheme, here, everything itself. Just what human being. When the Quran say, لا يغير نفسه لا
يغير الله ما حتى يغير الله.
Just for what human being.
Yes.
After that, everything here in the life change itself. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you. Good. Thank you. I like this.
Thank you for the opportunity. In that second question, I think there is some wisdom there. Why everything cannot be honest, why he changed. there's some wisdom up there, because when we analyze it, maybe there are some undirectional message come from Lord God is told us, can you change? Like everything in environment around you, in universal also. It look like what the master say in the river. You know, river every day is changing and is took other things to another places and different places. That we need to learn from the environments around us about the change. About the change and change of idea in particular. Because the idea they account to behavior. When you're thinking daily about something, so you can do it in your daily life. Because day after day, what you think can be behavior, and that behavior you can use it in the school, in the public places, in the market, and so on. And after that, you can ask yourself, what kind of idea you did is true, is correct, what the opinion of the people around you about thing you did. When they are good, you can move forward. Is the bad idea, you can correct your idea, your behavior, and change it to good direction.
Okay, thank you so much for all comments, ideas about the topic. All of you were different from each other. Mr. that focus on that it's a good things. It's give you good meta or good manner for yourself, and then he link it with the diversity. It's a kind of the diversity that, and also it's not a matter of that to feel if I eat food every time, for example lentils, if I eat others every day, so really I feel not good at that time, so I have to change to other food. This is one of the things that we have. And Mr. Ismail took us to, I think, political issues in Sudan, and he moved, but I like the point of the diversity of people here in Sudan. We are different tribes, different cultures, so if I'm such a place that I have to interfere with other people, so I can change a little bit thing that I have, when I look at their cultures, what do they have, so I discover. And I think this is, our brother also, he talked about the wisdom of it, and there is a wisdom, really there. That's why I asked the questions. There is a wisdom, and we are not having hands on this one. Our creator, the only one who knows what that thinks that for the messages. So Mr. Hassan also talk about anything that changed by itself, if we agree or not agree. And this is the point. Sometimes we are not agree with things that happen to our lives, and then feel frustrated and not happy when people ask you, even if we hear about somebody dead, so we are crying. That is things, yeah, we feel sad for time being, but after that we have to be normal. Yeah, this is a line. Yeah, thank you so much. Really, they were very important things and ideas that we have to help them. Okay, the third question, and I think we are not going to follow all of them. If the change frightened us, let us too afraid from it. Yeah, this is my third question to you.
Okay, I think that when I'm preparing for this session, I read some articles on change and self-concept. I think that my mind don't deceive me. I remember one of the writers, she called, I think, Jennifer. She said that many people, or many of us, deal with our differences. How? By just not dealing with it. So this can answer the question. Is change frightening us? I think that yes, it frightens us because.
Sure.
Well, many times in life we have some laziness in life. We don't want, or they call what they call I missed the point, the comfort zone. All the time when we like our comfort zone, what do we mean by comfort zone? That's if it's changing, force you to go out of this place. So that's what make us not comfortable comfortable or
the
frightened
new.
from what? Frightened from change. Because why? When changing is begun, is coming to us, that means it forces us to what? To go out from this place. So, and in this life, we need what? The people we know and the places we used to and what the issues that we used to make and so on and so forth. So, change is going to what? To face us or to force us to what? To go out of these places. Out of these places which we used to. Sometimes when we come in relationships, for example, it's forced us to what? In changing to find new people, how to build a good relationship. That's what make us to feel. Even when we go at something like marriage, dating, and so on and so forth, so we can find if even we as well, sometimes we are frightened even to tell the people we love or the girl we love that we love her. So that's why for, because this is a new point. We are going to afraid even to what?
Yes.
To go to that.
To go
point.
to that point.
Yeah, that's kind of for example, in relationship. Also, for example, when we go from grade to another grade or from class to another class, also we can have some because you are changing. You are going to face a new people, a new subjects, a new challenges. New. That's all the time. I think that which let us frighten from changing. So. If we frighten, yes, we frighten because what? Because we don't want any new challenges for us, or we afraid for facing the new challenge. But in life, we must use to challenge. Life is about what? About challenge after challenge. What the things that we want to have a courage to find your challenges daily. By minute and so on and so forth. So I think that my point
is it change frightened us? Do you afraid from change?
Yeah, of course. You see, we are human beings. This is the nature of the human beings.
Yes.
So if you would like to do anything, right? Before you are going to do, and then you will think about the thing you are going to do it. So actually, yeah. You see. If you do many things, you see what's the main reason behind of that issues. So in this case, right, you're afraid before they are going to take the actions. So
Okay, I think because of the time that we have, we are not having more time because I think today we came late a little bit, and we started as we waiting for people, and 40 minutes I think. So we have 3-4 minutes just for that, but I was. Discuss with my partner, Mr. Tilal, why don't we make it as something practical from time? I think this is an English session. Coming time is going to be in Arabic, but we look forward, inshallah, to see what change happens in our lives from this time up to that time. So reading books, looking for new job, buying new clothes, do anything that lets you to feel really you change. You having ideas that sometimes you afraid that you with other people, so stop them. So let us make that things, and I think this is one of the main important things that we look for. We want to make these sessions of English at this one, to make it practical, even to be held down in the markets everywhere, even for the people who are not speaking English, but we have ideas for that, inshallah. And through this one, we want people to learn English too. So thank you so much, me and Mr. Talal, and thank you for the center, Mr. Hassan. Thank you so much, and thank you for Mr. Joe, really for giving us the chance, me and Talal. But next time, inshallah, we meet you in a very important time and talk about the issues here in Sudan and outside Sudan. Thank you. My prayer. Thank you. Give your
بطلب منك انك انت تعمل اشتراك تحت عشان ما يصلك كل جديد من الفيديوهات اللي احنا بنعملها دي. وبرضه لو لقيت انت شايف في مجموعة بتاعت ناس من حوالينك انت بتحبهم ممكن الحاجة تفيدهم، يا حبذا لو قدرت تشارك الفيديو ده معاهم وقدرتوا تقعدوا تناقشوا فيه وتدونا برضه آراءكم تحت في الكومنتات تحت وتكتبوا لنا آراءكم وانتوا رأيكم شنو في المواضيع اللي احنا بنطرحها بصورة مختلفة دي. شكرا لأنك انت قدرت تحضر الفيديو ده للمرة الثانية، ونتمنى انه تكون معنا في الفيديو الجاي وترقب الفيديو الجاي قريبا، عشان كده لابد تفعل الجرس عشان يصلك المعلومة دي. شكرا.